Well, the Chinese coronavirus seems like a health emergency. It's also turning into a test for the Chinese government, which is already restricting the travel for tens of millions of people, tens of millions. The regime seems like it's being more forthcoming than it typically is, but is that an illusion? Online, Chinese citizens accuse officials of not doing enough, while censors continue to take down any post that is critical of the government. Meanwhile, the coronavirus has infected hundreds of people worldwide. That's just an estimate, by the way, we don't really know. Just this hour, a case was confirmed in Australia. Here, at least 2 cases are confirmed in the United States, but they likely will not be the last. What is happening here? Michael Pillsbury is a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute and the author of The 100-Year Marathon, probably one of the best books ever written about modern China. He joins us tonight. Dr. Pillsbury, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you, Doug.
So, to what extent can we trust the Chinese government's account of what's happening in China?
Well, the account seems to be confused. The first case was 6 weeks ago, and we were reassured everything was under control for about 5 weeks. Then all of a sudden, these extreme measures are being taken. The military, I just watched Chinese news from Beijing an hour ago. They're showing the Chinese military is going around Wuhan to make sure people don't get in and out. But before the clampdown started, already several million people went on their New Year's holiday over the past couple of weeks. So China is sending mixed messages. On the one hand, we're in charge, everything's under control, we're taking these extreme measures. On the other hand, is it worse than we think? What justifies this crackdown on these major cities in China? Basically, this is like the New Year's Eve of China. They have a vacation for the coming 10 days.
Yes.
Everyone's supposed to be having a big dinner with their families tonight. It's all over because it's tomorrow morning in China. But this is a huge period of more than 1 billion visits and people taking trains, and so it's the worst possible time.
So if you're going to spread a disease, this would be the perfect time to do it. So we are acting as if we know where this virus comes from, acting like we know a lot, but it's always worth questioning what we really know. Are we certain we know where this virus came from?
No, the CDC website is probably the most authoritative. There's several theories, including bats having the virus and then it mutates and spreads into humans somehow. But the key thing is the CDC website is saying today we still don't have a full sequencing of the virus. So things like how fast it's going to spread, how lethal is it, what percent of people who get it will die, and what's called the super spreader phenomenon. This is a kind of individual who carries the virus. In the case of SARS back in 17 years ago, one doctor went to a wedding in Hong Kong and spread it to 19 people just during the wedding. So this is what you can measure if you understand the virus exactly. As I understand it from the CDC website, none of this has been done yet. So there's some sort of mysterious information and conflict here about this virus. What makes things worse, Tucker, is the rumors being started on the Chinese internet that America planted this virus as a kind of a germ warfare attack on China. There's an article today in the Washington Times that Bill Gertz interviewed an Israeli expert saying that the Wuhan area has China's only biological warfare laboratory. So if something got out of that biowar lab and is linked to this, it's different from the bat theory.
It is very different. But I think you make an excellent point, which is we should withhold judgment until we
need a safe approach.
I think it would be. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Well, as of tonight,